finally time to start customizing the iPhone 17 Pro Max in iOS 26. I actually haven't changed my phone up for the entire year, and we're gonna make a super productive setup but still keep it really aesthetic. By the way, I currently have this pink case on this iPhone, but it is the silver iPhone, which is obviously a very neutral color, so I think I want to go for a very neutral theme as well. Okay, so we're gonna start with the lock screen. I think adding an aura wallpaper instantly makes your phone look aesthetic. You can obviously find these in so many different colors, but I found this cream colored one. I feel like it goes really well with the silver iPhone. Okay, and now what's new in iOS 26 is you can actually customize the clock size. This is so cool. We've had this smaller clock for so many years, ever since the first iPhone, and now it looks so different. But I really like it. I think it looks so much more aesthetic. So I'm gonna do the biggest size. Okay, and then I want to remove the controls at the bottom. I currently have flashlight and camera, but I feel like we don't need the camera because we have the camera control. So we can just open the camera by clicking this button, and instead I think I'm gonna add Snapchat. That's what I used to chat with all my friends and even family, so I just want some quick and easy access to Snapchat. And then for the other one, I think I'm just gonna do an aesthetic control. I'm gonna do one from the Miko app, so I already have a bunch of them set up, but if you're setting it up for the first time, you just go to the Miko app and press lock screen, and then you have a bunch of different options here. So the one I did is just a text one. It's the one with a heart and wings. So what's really cool is when you press it, you just hold it for a second, it changes colors. Okay, and then for my lock screen widgets, I always add a weather widget. It's so easy to just glimpse at my phone, see the temperature and if it's raining or if it's cloudy, so I know how to dress. I don't have to go into the weather app. I also want to customize the little text at the top where it says the day. You can actually customize that. You can use a bunch of different apps, but I'm personally using Widgetsmith. I currently have a bunch of fall emojis, and then I'm gonna change them out for winter so it follows the seasons. But how you add this is you just go into Widgetsmith and then scroll down to text widgets, and then you can do a custom text, and here you can just type any emojis. And I like to just search up aesthetic emoji combos on Google, and they have this website with a bunch of cute emoji combos, so you can just copy and paste it. Obviously you can customize it in so many ways. I think it really makes your phone feel more personal. Okay, so for the widgets, there are literally so many options, so I just want to share some of my favorites. The first one is if you go into the Miko app, you can customize a photo widget, so you can add just pictures from your photo album, and they're gonna show up as a little circular widget on your lock screen. If you want to have some personal pictures but you don't want to have that as your full lock screen, crop the picture as you like, and then you can add multiple photos. You can actually choose if you want to switch every 30 seconds or 5 minutes or whatever. The only problem is this doesn't work if you're doing the glass look, but if you're doing solid text, this is a really cute widget. I think I'm just gonna do a Spotify widget. I feel like that's also really useful because I listen to Spotify every day. And then I also want to do a widget showing how many steps I took. I feel like this could actually be a really good motivation for taking more steps. Even if I say I want to take 10k steps every day, I never actually go into my health app to check how many steps I already took. So I feel like if I have it on my lock screen, I'm gonna be a lot more productive with it. We're just gonna go into the Widgetsmith app, and I'm doing the one that's called Step Goal. You can also set your goal here. I'm gonna do just 10,000. I just want to see what it would look like if I did a solid text. I feel like that also would work, but the wallpaper is also a little bit too light, so the text doesn't really stand out that much. I honestly think we're gonna do the glass look. This is the finished result. I think it actually looks really good, both aesthetic but also functional. But now, before we customize the home screen, I have a really important step. Not gonna lie, my storage is already filling up super fast, even though this is a new phone. I've already been taking so many photos and videos that I need to store somewhere safely, and that's why I started using the Ugreen mask. And thank you Ugreen for sponsoring this video. It basically works like iCloud, but stores everything locally on your own drives, so you have no monthly fees, no worrying about storage limits, and total control of your data. Guys, I do have over 100,000 pictures on my iPhone, but that's nothing to worry about because this can actually store up to 20 million pictures. You can automatically back up your entire iPhone photo album, so you never have to worry about losing memories. And if you're on a Mac, you can use it to back up your time machine. It's also really great for multi-use user sharing since you can set up multiple accounts with flexible permissions. Connecting is also really easy. You just tap your phone with NFC to log in instantly. From there, you can access and share files fast across Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, and even your TV. You can simply follow the step-by-step system guide to set up the device and start using it in 10 minutes. It's also easy to install hard drives by simply pushing or pulling the drive trays. You can fix the transfer speed issue to move files fast and effortlessly. The speed is up to 125 megabyte per second. It can transfer a 1 gigabyte file in just several seconds. I'm gonna show you guys the speed difference in uploading from the NAS compared to Google Drive. It was just under 20 seconds. And look, here we have our video. Okay, now we're gonna upload the same video on Google Drive. Okay, so the video's finally uploaded after 2 minutes. So I think that proves how much faster the NAS is. It's using RAID redundancy. Each of your files will be automatically copied to the second hard drive in real time. So even if one hard drive fails, the data will still be safe. So if you're constantly running out of storage or just want to be safe, I would definitely recommend checking this out. Just click the link in my description and use my code to get 20% off. That is actually the same deal as Black Friday, so it's really good. So now let's move on to customizing the home screen. So this is what my home screen currently looks like. I haven't changed it in a couple months, so it's not too bad. I do have some cute widgets, but the apps are just all over the place. I have so many apps not even organized in folders, and to be honest, I'm never using like any of these pages. I always go to my app library because everything is so disorganized. So we're definitely gonna make it more productive and also aesthetic. So first, I'm just gonna start with organizing all my apps into folders. I'm also gonna delete a couple of apps I never really use. So I'm just gonna do different categories for all the folders. So for example, editing, social media, shopping, food and groceries, travel. Honestly, because you have the app library, you don't have to keep every app on the homepage. But personally, I just like having all my apps in folders. I feel like it's easier if I'm looking for a specific app. Okay, and then I'm finally gonna delete these app icons. This is like the best thing to ever happen to iPhone. To make our phone aesthetic, we no longer need app icons. So I can finally move down the original apps to the little bar at the bottom. So I'm just gonna put like phone, messages, Safari, and settings here. And those app icons obviously don't look very aesthetic. So we're just gonna press customize up in the corner and then do tinted. This is like the best invention ever. The entire phone just transforms into this theme that matches the wallpaper. So for me, since I have a very plain beige wallpaper, the entire theme is gonna be like beige. But if you have a more fun color like pink or whatever, all the app icons are also gonna turn pink. We can also do a clear look, but I don't think that looks as good. But yeah, we can also customize the color a little bit with this color picker. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So now we already have a very aesthetic setup with like no effort. And as you can see, I decided to keep a couple of my widgets. So I'm just gonna show you how you can make those widgets. So the first two ones at the top are Widgetsmith, and they're just plain pictures I found on Pinterest. And then I created a small photo widget on Widgetsmith. So yeah, I have this picture of a MacBook with a journal and a matcha. I don't know, I feel like it goes very well with a neutral theme, just like the picture. And then the second one, it says dream, plan, do, which I feel like is really motivating. Okay, and then I have a widget from the app Top Widgets. This is like a little reminders list, but it's super aesthetic. You can just search to do in one word and then scroll down until you see one called Japanese style to-do list. So I'm not using this as an actual to-do list, I'm just using it as like some cute reminders. Next to it, I do have an actual to-do list, and this is from the app Todoist, but I don't really like this one. I think we're actually gonna delete it because you can't check these tasks off from the home screen. You have to go into the app. There is a much better way to do a to-do list. So we're gonna go into the reminders app and create a new list. And either I've seen people do one to-do list for every day of the week, but I'm personally gonna do one for my morning routine and then one for night routine. So I'm just doing a standard list and choosing a cute icon and obviously doing the pink color. And then I'm just gonna write down like all my morning routine steps. So the things I want to do every morning. I also did the same thing for my night routine. Now I'm just adding that list to the home screen as a widget. And look at this. Now you can actually see there are little check marks on our home screen. So every morning I can check these off without even having to go into the app. I think this is very cool and it feels like such a productive thing because I think I'm gonna make this my first page. So when I go into my phone, this is what I'm gonna see. And I can be reminded of all the good habits I want to keep up. Okay, I actually decided to do one more for my Sunday reset routine. So every Sunday I try to do a weekly reset. If you want to see my Sunday reset videos, post them on my vlog channel or TikTok. Yeah, I actually love this. I really like interactive widgets. This actually looks so cute. I love this page. It's just full of widgets. And by the way, if you want to organize your pages, you can just press edit pages in the top left corner. As you can see, I have a lot of pages I'm not even using, so you don't have to delete a page, you can actually just hide it. Okay, but now for the next page, I'm gonna do an affirmations widget. I've been doing this for a really long time, but I do feel like it really works. Changes out the affirmations every day. It's from the I Am app, but I think I'm also gonna put all my folders on this page, and then we'll have one page dedicated to all the folders. I do feel like it's easier to keep all your folders in one place. This is the result of that. I think it looks fine. This could have looked very messy, but because all the colors match so well and all the app icons are literally the same color, I feel like it doesn't look very overwhelming. Now for this page, I'm definitely deleting this widget. It's like a calendar that says this year has passed 82%, which honestly is just stressing me out. I literally remember adding this widget and it said this year has passed 2% maybe, and I was already at 82. And my gym widget is also stressing me out. I've had 0 gym workouts in the last 30 days, but I am gonna keep this really cute like photo widget. And then to this page, I'm just gonna add all my favorite apps, like my most used apps: Gmail, Notes, Notion, Photos, Pinterest, and FaceTime. And then I also ended up adding my Ultra Human app. I started using my smart ring again. I haven't worn it in a while, but I really want to start tracking my health again. So I'm gonna start using that more. I like to check my sleep score every morning, so I'm just gonna have this app like easily accessible. And then I also added the podcast app here because I listen to podcasts like almost every day. But yeah, the widget at the top is from the app Top Widgets, and if you just go into the photo section, it's the one called Puzzle Photo. By the way, for this clock widget, I'm using Top Widgets for this one, but you could also use Flip Clock. Flip Clock is also really good if you want to do a transparent widget because you can upload a screenshot of your wallpaper. The only thing is, I think they changed it, so now you have to pay if you want it transparent. You can actually do this for free in Top Widgets because you can just drag the opacity down like all the way. I really feel like this page is so minimalistic and simple. These are definitely my most used apps. Well, every morning I like to go on Pinterest, so now we just have the Pinterest app here on my first page. Okay, and then for my last page, I'm just gonna have an Ultra Human widget because this tracks my movement. I am really dedicated to getting more steps in this year. And then I have my meal planner here from Notion. I obviously don't follow it every day, but it's good to have somewhat of a plan of what you're gonna cook every day. And then I have a cute little quote from Widgetsmith. It's from Pinterest originally. And then another motivational quote. Okay, and for this page, I think we're gonna add 2 more widgets to just make it complete. So I'm gonna add some pages from my Notion so I can have a shortcut into my most used pages. By the way, if you want to check out my Notion pages, I can link them in the description. But my most used pages on Notion are my 2025 page, which is basically an overview page of like everything. So I have personal here, like all my planners and stuff, and then I have a section for health and wellness, one for finance, and then lastly one for content, like where I plan all my videos, when I'm gonna upload and stuff like that. It also comes with a super cute calendar and a vision board. I think this is the one that came with a template. I should probably change it. And then it has a daily habit tracker. But yeah, then I have my daily planner, and this is the page I check like 20 times a day. It's basically my everyday to-do list where I write down everything from like big things I need to remember to literally pick up a package or something. By the way, this looks like a very chill week, but I just deleted a bunch of things I didn't want to show in this video. But yeah, that is my entire phone. I think it looks so cute, literally so simple, but the only thing is it sometimes takes a couple of seconds for the widgets to like fully load, and I think that is when you have a tinted theme. Like, look at that. But yeah, even on this page, my battery widget and screen time widget and everything also matches the theme. And then this is my control center. I just have my latest played podcasts, all my like most used applications. Like we have flashlight, camera, focus modes here. These are all my focus modes. This one says today's weather, so if you press it, you go into the weather app. And then this is the second page for the control center, where we have volume and screen brightness. And then if we scroll down one more time, we have all my home controls. So this is where you can like turn on different lamps. But yeah, that was everything on my iPhone 17 Pro Max. I didn't really go deep into every app, but I feel like that needs to be a whole separate video. And then of course we also need to put the phone case on. That looks really cute. I honestly can't miss what time it is. When I have the always on display, I think the emojis up here also look really cute. And then we have this little button here that is honestly not doing anything, but I guess it's like a fidget toy. It's fun to play with. But yeah, and then we have Snapchat. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.